What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Garden Warfare 2 video. Today's video is going to be top 5 worst looking characters in Garden Warfare 2. So a while back, like 10 months ago, I did the top 10 best looking characters. And I went through all of the characters again to get a little refresher, and I could only choose out 5 that I thought were bad looking, because there's not really a ton of characters that look bad. So I chose out 5. I apologize that it's not a top 10. And right before we start, I do want to mention that this is not based on anything but appearance. So the way the characters play, their abilities, any of that does not matter. I know it looks like a reoccurring theme in this video. Every single character on this list is horrendous except for one, in my opinion. This has nothing to do with how they play, it's just their looks. If you guys do go on to enjoy, make sure to drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. As always, my hair looks absolutely crazy. Let's get into it. Coming up at number 5 is going to be Metal Petal. Now, I see what they were going for here. Obviously, just a sunflower with little sheets of metal. It just doesn't look too well. I mean, at first I thought it looked okay, but now that I look at it, her eyes being a dark blue really just makes her look worse, because it's just, you can't really see her face and tell, like, that's a character of a class, of a bright class, because every other sunflower is like a bright yellow, or like for Shadow Flower, she's like a blue with blue radiating off her. Power Flower is like a light blue. You get what I'm saying. They're a light class. They're sunflowers. This is a dark flower, okay? This is quite literally the dark flower if it wasn't red, because she's just a dark color with dark eyes, and she just really looks terrifying. Like, her little smile there, like, look at that shit, dude. That thing looks like it's gonna kill me. She looks like she's gonna come up to me and slit my throat when I'm not looking. That is why she is number 5. I've never really liked the look of her. She really just isn't the best looking. I feel like if she was a little brighter, like maybe like a light silver, I would think she's a lot better, because as I said, she's from a light class. She's just such a dark character. Just hate it so much. Coming up at number 4 is going to be Jade Cactus. Now, I thought Jade Cactus actually was decent looking at, when I first started playing, when I was like fucking 9. But now Jade Cactus looks like a walking pile of hardened grass somehow. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Like, I can't really say emerald because it just doesn't really look like emerald. It's literally like a walking clump of grass. Like, that is literally the only way to explain it. And grass is a nice color, except for when it's clumped up in a ball, a tall, skinny ball, and it's walking around. It's also really dark to look like grass. I don't know why I said grass. There's a lot of other things I could have said, but you get the point. It just doesn't look amusing to the eye. And especially since this class, you zoom in on the character basically when you're aiming. It's just, I get to see that even closer up. It's annoying. Jade Cactus is a good character. That's the only decent good character on this list. But Jade Cactus, I'm sorry, you look horrendous. Even when I customize you, I just still can't get the green out. And also, again, with the thing is, like, appearance wise, when you go to customize them, there is not a lot of customizations that go with only dark green. Like, if I try to put on like a purple or pink or literally any other color than dark green, it will look really bad and will not match. So you're basically stuck to customizing her with only green colors, and I hate that. So that is why Jade Cactus is on this list. Coming up at number 3 is going to be Armor Chomper. So, Armor Chomper, I never liked him at all. Never once thought he looked cool. I always thought he looked like an armadillo with yellow teeth, and armadillos look disgusting. Like, they literally just roll up into a ball and roll everywhere. They're absolutely gross looking, and it's just, gray with the shells, we'll call them. Like, they look like little shells, like what an armadillo has. I hate it. And also, what really adds on is the yellow teeth. It just, oh my god. Like, I know I mentioned the Jade Cactus, you can customize it, and I know you can customize the teeth for the Chomper, and that's true. But for base design, I have no idea why his teeth are yellow. I just think it's a really bad touch. It's just like purple, like a dark purple, almost like midnight purple, or just straight black with a dark mustard yellow is disgusting. If it was a bright yellow, I would be like, okay. But just such a disgusting color combination, along with the dark red mouth. Like, the other Chompers don't have that dark of a mouth. Oh my god, he's just so horrendous to look at. I always have to customize him no matter what. It's a must, because he's just so painful to look at. You do get to burrow, so that's a little bit lenient on me. I get to not look at him for a little bit. There we go. That's why he's not number 1. Coming up at number 2 is going to be Chomp Thing. So there are 2 Chompers on this list, and that's because the Chomper class is not the best class to look at. They're not the most amusing to look at or go up against. So Chomper class, 2 negatives. However, in this case, the two negatives do not equal positive because Chomp Thing is literally the second most horrendous character I've ever seen, possibly the worst looking character in Garden Warfare 1. So the thing about him, I understand, you know, he's supposed to look like Swamp Thing, and Swamp Thing is green and muddy and gross, but I mean, okay, listen, hear me out. They did a great job at making him look gross. All right, I'm not saying they did a terrible job with his design. That's the whole point of why he looks like this, but just fucking disgusting. I hate it so much. If the green was a little darker, I think I would not have mastered it. Genuinely think I would not have played it. If he was a shade darker, like maybe like in between him and Jade Cactus, I think I would vomit. So that is why he's not number 1 and number 2. Chomp Thing, again, with him being green, you can't really customize him. I know this is supposed to be a face value thing, but just added on the customizations, you can't really customize him very well. So it's just another thing, like, you know, there's not much to do with him other than look at his base character model, which is terrible. So, yeah. But you know who is also terrible? You know who looks like a clumped up ball of shit? My number 1 pick for the most horrendous looking character in Garden Warfare 2 is going to be none other than Rock P. Rock P, just do I have to explain myself? To some people he can look cool, but to me, he literally looks like a hardened piece of dog shit walking around. I never thought that him being a rock made him look cool. I always, genuinely, I'm being so serious, not even overacting, I literally thought he was actually hardened shit. It doesn't look like rocks. If he was like a gray stone carved out to be a pea shooter, I feel like that would be so much cooler. Like if it was like Zen Cactus, okay, see how Zen Cactus is like a purple stone carved? That would be so much cooler. Instead, they went with more little rocks forming a pea shooter, which literally makes him look like poop. So that is why he's number 1. It just doesn't look good whatsoever. Oh my god, it's the worst design ever. And I mean, they did a good job at making it look like rocks. Like obviously it's rocks, but to me specifically, it does not look like rocks. Make him like a sculpture is what I'm trying to say. That will make him look so much better. But his design, overall horrendous. They also chose a really bad color for rocks, like a muddy brownish tan brown color. Probably the worst color for rocks. Like honestly, if it was like a dark red, it would be better because, you know, like I don't know, maybe he's from like the Grand Canyon or something, like Death Valley. Rock P, I'm sorry, but you were completely wasted potential and you could definitely look a lot better. Anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for the top 5 worst looking characters in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. I tried to talk a little bit extra in this video since it's only a top 5. I'm sorry again that I couldn't make it a top 10. I don't know, I think a lot of characters look good, but these 5 really just stood out to me as bad. I don't know, it's just Rock P, man. It really upsets me. He had so much wasted potential. He could have looked so cool, but he looks like poop. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.